and welcome back to Let's Play Ninja Gaiden Black. Last time we entered the aqueduct and did pretty much all the main business that we need to do here. We redirected all the water into the Hall of Balance over here, and that has unlocked our way forward. Where Ryu is trying to get to, only he knows. Before we go into the next room, we're going to want to equip the shurikens real quick. It's been a while since we've had a specific plan in mind for those. We also want to heal ourselves up with the Elixir of Spiritual Life. I'm going to be doing some shopping soon, so I don't mind burning through a couple of those. And we're going to stick with the Dayflower. Got an important fight coming up here in the Peristyle Passage. Once again, Fiend Ryu shows up to block our way. Alright, so as soon as he appears in, just start chucking shurikens to stop him from hitting you with explosive arrows, which he has some of. Now, I'm going to attempt to get a bit of a loop strat on him. Let's just see if I can't hit him. And we want to do that. Nah, that did not go the way I was hoping it would. That did not hit him either. We need to knock him down, which is easier said than done. As always, Fiend Ryu's defensive play is a bit stronger than mine. Okay, here we go. Once he's down, we can start doing a loop with the Dayflower. As you can see, he will get hit by the XY every time we do it. And let's just see if I can't... Nope. He interrupted us by doing the Art of the Inferno, but we should be able to just hit him again right here. No, but Flaming Whirlwind did not finish him off. One more should do that. As soon as I can hit him with it. There we go. Overall, not the hardest Fiend Ryu fight, and we get a pretty good reward for defeating him. Over here, we get the Armlet of Celerity. This is the best armlet in the game. What it does is it increases the speed at which your ultimate techniques charge, and it's a very noticeable effect compared to any other armlet. It decreases the charge time by 50%. It's very, very good. Now, that Dayflower loop strat that I did there, that works on every Fiend Ryu fight going forward, regardless of what weapon he's using. So you can just knock him down, then hit him with XY repeatedly, and unless he decides to cast Nimpo, not much you can do about it. I'll probably do different strategies for different fights, but well, not different strategies, but I probably won't abuse that in every fight, but I'll probably do it in at least a couple of them. Interacting with this door over here, it is locked, but you probably noticed this raised pedestal right here, so what we gotta do is jump all the way up here, come crashing down with a helm splitter. That'll open up the lock there. We do not want to go through there yet. There's a couple things to do here. One is another very easy to miss Golden Scarab. There's so many in this chapter. Just do wall jumps up between these two pillars, or that pillar over there and this pillar, and of course, we've got a Golden Scarab up here. And there is actually another thing for us to do in the Peristyle Passage, but I'm going to go back and do some shopping with Muramasa real quick, and when we cut back, we will be doing what needs to be done here. So, be back in a second. And here we are with the second Fiend Challenge for Chapter 10. This is against 120 Greater Imps, and there are two strategies you can play for this one. One is to roll to the opposite ends of the Peristyle Passage and use the ultimate technique with the Dayflower, which is not entirely consistent and can sometimes whiff. The other option is to let them crowd around you with the Unlabored Flawlessness and use that UT. It's a little bit more consistent about hitting at least two of them, so that's the strategy I went with. Otherwise, this is fairly repetitive and there's not much to say about it. So instead I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to do some shoutouts that inspired me to take on Ninja Gaiden back in the day and today. First off on the list is a bit of a LP classic here, Rijno, that is R-I-J-N-O. Way back in the day, like 2008 or something, he had a Let's Play of Ninja Gaiden Black on Master Ninja Mode. That was the Let's Play that introduced me to the game, and I also learned about a lot of games from him. Not a lot, but I learned about No More Heroes, and he also inspired me to go for A ranks in Sonic Adventure 2, so thanks, Rijno. His content has not aged very well. If you like videos that look like they were shot on an iPhone 3, dropped in a boiling fishbowl full of chlorine, then maybe Rijno's videos are for you. Check them out if you got the time. Next up is probably a long and active count, but Dark Hades, that is DRK Hades. He did a Karma run of Ninja Gaiden Sigma that helped me out when I was doing my Ninja Gaiden Sigma Let's Play, and was one of the things that I consulted a lot when going through that game, so check that out if you want to. The more notable one is Arclight Borealis and PSW60. You can find their Let's Play on the LP archive. They did a joint Let's Play of Ninja Gaiden Black and Sigma on normal mode, where they were a bit more comprehensive about the differences between the game than I was, and also just show off the game under more standard settings, so that's something that's worth checking out if you want to see that. Another one I was going to plug is Unwary Rince, R-I-N-C-E, Unwary. He did a 100% speed run of Ninja Gaiden Black on Master Mode, getting all the collectibles and doing all the challenges in the game. Pretty impressive to see. It has since been beaten by the next person I'm going to mention, JTB123, another Ninja Gaiden player who's done a lot of videos with it. I actually consulted one of his videos, his clear of Chapter 1 on Ninja Gaiden Sigma on Master Ninja mode, where he did it without ultimate techniques or wall attacks. Pretty impressive to see and helped me develop counterplay against the Red Ninjas. Last one I want to plug is another Ninja Gaiden challenge runner, the Godfather Dictator. Does a lot of no damage runs of Ninja Gaiden Black. Again, another thing that I consulted a lot in trying to learn about strategies for this game and getting better at playing it so that I could Let's Play it myself. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as consistent or have videos on the same level as these, persistent players, but I thought it would be cool to let people know what helped me develop my play for this game. That's where this challenge is going to end, and I will meet you back in the live Let's Play. Alright, there we go. Did that a little ugly, but it's okay, it's okay. As long as we get it done. What is our reward for the second Fiend challenge of this chapter? Why, it's a Lives of the Thousands Gods, of course. It's probably a better reward than the previous one we got. Did that a little ugly and ended up using a couple of my elixirs, but it's not going to matter too much coming up. Going into the next room, we actually want to equip the Vigorian Flails, and if I'm equipping the Vigorian Flails anytime going forward in this game, you can probably guess what's coming up. Hopefully I do not get nom-nom-nommed by these things, and I didn't, so once you get the opening set of fish taken care of, you shouldn't be too worried about that. Yeah, if you get bit by these things, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because you were running a corner and you just blundered into them. Sometimes they'll get through. Before we go through that door there, got a bit of a weird little platform up here we need to get to. Just do this and then do that. We're up top over here, and pretty easy to miss treasure, but over here, in addition to the Lives of the Thousand Gods we get our next Life of the Gods. Very nice. And that is all we need to do here. So going forward for the rest of the game, I'm probably going to have the Armlet of Celerity equipped in most situations, as the damage boost from the Armlet of Sun, while it is nice, it's not that important. The increased UT charge time, that is way better. The thing you'll notice pretty quickly about the ways to deal damage in this game is that a lot of the things that will kill enemies are pretty consistent regardless of how much damage you're dealing. And over here, for the first time, we've got the ogres to fight with Ryu. These guys, much less of a hassle to deal with than they are with Rachel. Oh geez, that was bad. Struggling a bit here because I'm trying to explain other things, but for Ryu, it really is as simple as just avoid their attacks, then hit them with Flaming Whirlwind. About 6 or 7 of those will take him out. Was letting that guy fall over dead there so I could get some blue essence. These guys have a pretty good chance of dropping blue essence. Like with a lot of big slow enemies, something that you can just do is roll away and charge up UTs with the Armlet of Celerity. If we roll to the opposite side of the room, we can get fully charged one up. When they jump up like that, that's a very good opportunity to just roll away and then charge up a UT, because they're pretty dumb and they will jump where you were rather than where you're going to be. So you can just do a quick roll jump away and get into a very safe position. As you can see, sometimes I'm screwing up and am doing the 360 spin move with the Dayflower. That is just something I do on occasion because I am not good at this game. Yeah, as you can see, I never do that by accident off screen, and I have done it several times. It is a lot easier to do it by accident in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, as the the sensitivity for the DualShock controller is a bit higher than it is for the Xbox controller. I do it by accident all the time in that version. As you can see, when the ogre's mask breaks, they go berserk, and they start getting more aggressive and have an extended combo with their clubs, but they're still not that threatening. Just be careful, because they do hit pretty hard, but otherwise, much easier dealing with these guys as Ryu than it is as Rachel. Now over here, sword-shaped depression on the floor. Got a creepy-looking eye door over here, and the path will open to the Valorous. Well, that doesn't really mean much to us. We just want to go forward. Over here, get our next Golden Scarab. That is 8 of 9 that we have gotten in this chapter. There's another one coming up. As you can see, the stairs have crumbled in this room, but we can just use our ninja prowess to wall run up. Over there, of course, you can see a switch on the opposite side. If you remember from the hidden underground, we can use our bow to just fire off a quick shot on that thing. Surprised, I usually screw that shot up on the first time because I'm pretty bad at aiming without an aiming reticle, which is one thing that is at least a little nice about Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus, though I wish aiming in general was nicer in that game. Nothing that way, so we want to head up these stairs. Over here, we've got a treasure. This is why I wasn't too worried about the Elixirs of Spiritual Life I was using, because we get a freebie here. Very nice. And our path to continue onward is here. We've got some of the game's awkward platforming once again. I almost screwed that up because the perspective is weird on that jump. Behind this dragon statue over here is another Golden Scarab. Very nice. We are in very good standing as far as Golden Scarabs go. Now, grabbing the sword here. It kind of looks like the sword that Hiei stole at the start of Yu Yu Hakusho. But it's actually the Brand of Valor. That is the key item we need to move forward. We'll, of course, update our checkpoint here. As you can probably imagine, there is a boss fight coming up, because that is how this game works. Now, let's just place that Brand of Valor in the Brand of Valor slot here, and what do we got? If you guessed that our prize was a boss fight, well, you would be correct. With a summoning circle brought up, and a good old-fashioned rumbling, we get Pazu, the boss for the Aqueduct. As you can see, he's a big boy. Now, Pazu has a variety of things that he can do against us once he finally gets around to attacking us. However, the more annoying thing to deal with is that we've got greater imps to deal with. To deal with these guys, I'm just going to cheese them by rolling to the opposite side of the room and doing UTs to take care of them. As you can see, Pazu has the Laser Crab's ability to, well, fire lasers at us. There we go, those guys are taken care of. Occasionally, he'll jump up there. I'm going to wait for him to come back down so that we can use that yellow essence to hit him with the UT. As you can see, his head was down while he was firing his laser, so I was able to hit him with the UT and deal some really good damage there. To deal with Pazu, what we want to do is get in and start slapping his legs. You can also get behind him, and pretty consistently he'll start doing this move where he jumps up and down, and that's very easy to roll away and dodge without getting hit. As you can see, he likes doing that arm flap attack that does guard crushers. That's pretty nasty for me. Once we deal enough damage to his legs, he falls over. We want to start hitting his head with flaming whirlwinds, and then get away once the greater imps show up, as they are being annoying. It's very easy to get hit by them while you're trying to deal with Pazu himself. And once again, we will just UT chain to take these guys out. It's just the easy... well, if Ryu misses entirely, then it's not that great. Yeah, the camera in this game makes it a bit hard to tell if you're actually going to hit what you want to hit. One thing to... Ooh, got hit by that there. Let's use our Elixirs of Spiritual Life. Going to dip into my healing item supply. I've got 2 Talismans of Rebirth. It would be a shame to waste them in situations where I do not need to, like how I am failing miserably right now. Thankfully, Pazu was a bro. He took out that greater imp for me. Thank you so much, Pazu. Now, let's just... Oh, there's the jump. Jump is nice because it has a lot of recovery time, and it gives you a chance to do Flaming Whirlwind without getting hit. Once again, if you can get this without any greater imps interrupting you, you can hit him with 4 Flaming Whirlwinds, which does really good damage. I am not getting that lucky, though. Now, this is a pretty good demonstration of the power of Armlet of Celerity. I would not be able to get these UTs off in time if I did not have it. Got a little careless there. Come on, help a guy out, Pazu. Take some of these guys out for me. Okay, he did so. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. My health is getting low. Let's use the Great Spirit Elixir there. As you can see, there's a red essence over there. We're going to take advantage of that to hit him with a fully charged UT. And let's just see if I can't... Ah! So close. Oh, well. Trying to avoid using my Nympho here, as it isn't really necessary. As you can see, when you're standing under the platforms he's on, he can do that little whirlwind attack. He doesn't do it very often, though, and it's not terribly threatening. It's pretty easy to avoid. Just don't stand under him when he's doing that. As you can see, we can plunk him with arrows while he's up there, and they do pretty good damage. It's a little inconsistent, though. When you're standing in front of Pazu, he can go for a bite. If you get hit by that bite, it does a ton of damage, so be very mindful of your positioning when dealing with this guy. Alright, this is pretty good. I should be able to take... he knocked him away. For once, the friendly fire is working against me. Can I please get these guys? Okay, that was 2 of them. Yeah, let's just take out that guy. And we'll just use a weaker ultimate technique to hit him here. And this is the last cycle. We should have him dead to rights here. So once again, Flaming Whirlwind, wait for him to do his wing flap, stomp, Flaming Whirlwind, pretty easy. Now, like I said, you can stand behind him and he'll do the jump attack pretty consistently, but in my practice efforts for trying to do that, I've never really got it to work right. So we're just going to defeat him the boring way here. Ryu strikes a cool pose because he is awesome. And once again, the Dark Disciple is looming over us, not really doing much, just looking creepy. But that is the end of Chapter 10, one of the longer chapters of the game, particularly if you do the Fiend challenges. And because we did Fiend challenges, Master Ninja. Heading into the next chapter, The Path to Zarkon. What the heck is Zarkon? Zarkon is the ground that the Imperial Palace of Vigor is located on. The game does not really explain that very well. But yes, our goal throughout this whole game is to get into Zarkon, to get into the Imperial Palace, because that is where the Dark Dragon Blade is located, presumably. Now, coming out into the moat around the Imperial Palace here, we've got these demon fish who are very annoying. I'm just going to take care of them in the blunt and annoying way, wait for him to round the corner, and hit him with that. And we will not get the time bonus there, but oh well. The Path to Zarkon is a heavily water-based chapter and is one of the most hated in the game. Not necessarily because it's hard or anything, it's just very, very boring and has a lot of ideas that go against the concept of having fun. Now, going against my plans for this video, we are actually going to just be doing Chapter 11 in this video, because it is relatively short, and I'm going to be skipping most of the combat anyway, because it is very, very annoying. Nobody wants to see me try and fight things underwater for about 10 minutes, so we're just going to be swimming past everything that we come across. Over here is a very important treasure to grab. The gold medallion is in that chest right there. We need that to actually progress through the area. Note that Ryu swims considerably faster underwater, so only surface for air for the briefest amount of times, and then go right back to doing underwater breaststrokes. He's got some Donkey Kong level swimming strength there. Unfortunately, he cannot hold his breath nearly as long as Donkey Kong can. Now, heading into this little pipe here, we want to make sure we have full air, and we actually want to swim down here, because on this corpse, looks like he's holding a note for us. 0971, but it's too dark to see the dial. I'll have to keep that in mind for later. Heading out this way, we're going to get into why combat is very annoying in this chapter. As you can see, we got the demon fish here. No good way to attack them, as we don't have a platform to stand on to do UTs. And, of course, there are laser drones up top, trying to nail us with their lasers. Oh, I've got turned around. Whoops. Yeah, that happens. Unfortunately, the decorum in the moat is pretty repetitive, so it is very easy to lose your place. And yeah, this is why combat is so annoying here. Ryu does not have good combat options from the water. I think you can throw incendiary shurikens at those things from the water, or at least find a spot where you can chuck them. I'm not going to bother with that. We're just going to get on our way. Now that note we got mentioned an owl eye. Why that is actually, if Ryu will actually interact. The owl's eye is right here in this guy's pocket. We take that, we can now see in darker areas, which will allow us to see that dial combination that we passed by. If I tried to enter the dial combination right away, Ryu would just say, it's too dark to see, I can't do the dial combination. Seems like kind of a silly puzzle, but whatever. If you remember, it was 0971. Your air is still depleting while you're entering this combination, so make sure you've got the combo memorized, or else you could potentially drown while trying to fumble and get it entered correctly. Once we're past that, though, we don't have to worry about the owl's eye anymore. It's just going to be an unsightly blemish on our UI in the top right. Coming into here, we get, on this corpse, the spear gun! Spear gun, probably the more well-known worst weapon of the game. For whatever reason, the spear gun is filed as a melee weapon. This is not the case in Sigma. It is filed as a projectile weapon like you'd expect. And because of that, it has a actual combo list, even though it's mostly just Ryu's universal moves, plus, you know, he can shoot stuff. Spear gun, very slow, very unwieldy. It's a little bit faster under the water, but not by much. We're not going to be using it at all, most likely, because, well, we'll get into that in a second. Now, coming into here, we just want to buy some Elixirs of Spiritual Life. As you can see, we are just flush with yellow essence here. This is why I wasn't worried about buying 2 Talismans of Rebirth, because we just have so much yellow essence, there's no sense in worrying about it. And, no upgrades to buy, but we do have a lot of golden scarabs to turn in. Specifically, we have enough to get 2 rewards from Muramasa, and these are some pretty interesting ones. Ayane's Rations. This is a unique healing item that you can only get in one of 3 situations. One is the way you're most likely to see this is if you're playing on Ninja Dog mode, Ayane will have various scrolls throughout the game that award you these rations. Master mode is the other mode where you can potentially get at least one of these items through the Gold Scarab rewards, and occasionally, you'll have these in your inventory in mission mode. Not very often, though. The Ayane's Rations, it's just analogous to a Elixir of Spiritual Life. However, it is an Elixir of Spiritual Life we can carry over the cap, so I guess that has some limited utility in situations where you're denied shopping. We probably won't be using it throughout this playthrough. The other one we get, the Fragrance of Dayflower, this is analogous to an Elixir of Devil Way, and I probably will have a particular section where I actually make use of this. We'll detail that later, though, because it's a bit of a ways off. With all that shopping taken care of, let's get back into the water. I equipped the spear gun basically just for the heck of it. I'm not really going to use it. We're just going to go on our way. So, swimming this way, we are out of the time zone for the previous fight. I actually will take these guys out. Let's just get the incendiary shurikens. Mostly just because these things annoy me, it's just these things to fight. And we actually have a platform to fight from, so let's just do this. No, you can't throw them from the water, okay. If I can just get up and throw that one, that should take that last one out. There we go. Now, if Ryu would stop shooting spears and actually grab the golden scarab, there we go, we're on our way. Slowly but surely making our way through this awful, awful chapter. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I don't think this chapter is that horrible. I kind of recognize what they were going for with it. Kind of an chapter to unwind and do something a little different after we had non-stop action for quite a while. but probably could have had better ideas for how to handle this. Opening this chest here, we've got Ghostfish. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, I was slow on the draw there. Yeah, that was not good. That was not good at all. And oh dear, ugh. It's not a Ninja Gaiden Let's Play if the player does not get harassed by Ghostfish periodically. Over in this chest, we get a Life of the Gods. There is a room over there. We are not going to be going in there yet. Got a opportunity to update our checkpoint here, which we will do so. With that nonsense taken care of, let's get on our way. Let's dive back down into the water and go over here through this little tunnel in the rock cliff. Rock formation. As you can see, we've got a stone door here. It's being held shut by a mysterious force, so that way's a no-go. We're gonna just have to find another way to go. Heading over this way, we want to surface for error real quick. As you can see, we've got more fish. Now, that fish over there, that is the basic fish. That one can be killed with the spear gun. The fish that I just swam by, that is the upgraded metallic fish. Spear gun bolts just plunk right off of them. Instead, you have to kill them by very awkwardly trying to hit them with an underwater move with the dragon sword. That is not fun. It is not fun to watch. I don't want to do it. We're just going to bypass that thing entirely. Coming into Captain Hook's sunken ship area over here, we've got more laser drones harassing us. So what we want to do is wait for them to fire their lasers, then come up on this platform. If you do not do that, you will just get knocked off here right away. Let's equip the explosive arrows and start firing quick shots here. Going with the explosive arrows just to make sure I take them out in one shot. I think the regular arrows can do that, but I don't want to bank on it. That's actually a lot better than how I usually have that go. Anyway, we want to grab this chest within the sunken ship here to get a hand crank. And you may have noticed that there was a winch on the deck of the sunken ship here. That is where the hand crank goes to. So let's just do some cranking here. Ryu sees a crank, he just has to turn it. That's his way. And now we gotta go back into the ship because a secret compartment has opened up, and a pretty handy thing awaits us in there. You can probably see the glowies clipping through the ship, so we already know that there is a golden scarab awaiting us in there. But aside from the golden scarab, as you can see in the back corner there, we get an oxygen cylinder, and although it does not attach itself to Ryu's model, it is now given him the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely, so we do not have to surface for air anymore. And of course a golden scarab. It has also removed the owl eye from our UI. The reason we needed that is because there is a very long passage we have to swim through that you do not have anywhere near enough air to actually get through it and then get back, so we need this oxygen cylinder. The ability to breathe underwater forever does not see much floor time past this chapter. Also, as you can see, there's some glowies over there for a gold scarab that I neglected to grab. Let's just get that real quick. There we go. Definitely don't want to leave the area without that. Though I would have seen it on the way back anyway, but it satisfies my compulsions to grab it now. As you can see, the demon fish, not too threatening. You can often just swim right past them. The only time you have to worry about them hitting you is if you're approaching them from head-on. Ryu's swimming, kind of awkward, is causing me to double back in the pathway, but as you can see, this is a very long path where if you do not have the oxygen cylinder, you'll likely run out of oxygen and start drowning towards the end of it. Like a lot of games with oxygen mechanics, once the oxygen runs out, your life just starts draining rapidly. The reason we need to swim through this way is because there is another chest with an important item for us. This is the silver medallion, the next medallion we need moving forward. Let's just grab that, and those are, with the gold medallion, those are the keys we need to get through this chapter. Now, while we're just swimming, I remember when I first saw this chapter in another Let's Play of this game, my brain interpreted it a completely different way, and I had thought when you got the Owl's Eye, you kind of had this sort of timing puzzle where the moat was very dark, and in order to see your way, you had to charge the Owl's Eye at charging stations that would allow you to actually see things while swimming through the area. I don't know how I got that impression of the chapter, but until I actually played this game, I had thought that was how the chapter chapter was. Honestly, that would be kind of an interesting idea. Certainly less annoying than some of the things we've had to deal with in this chapter, but that is not how it actually is, and I'm not sure why I thought it was. The things you remember wrong, right? Alright, going up here, well actually we'll want the exploding arrows, but of course, for a lot of situations, we will equip the Dayflower, because going into this room, got more demon cockroaches. We just want to take them out with an exploding arrow, and that did not go according to plan. But it's okay. It's okay, it's all gravy. Yeah, I did that pretty horribly. Nothing else here, but as you can see, we've got some openings to place things in. These are the slots for the medallions we've been collecting. Gold medallion goes on the left. You have to finagle your way over here to get the silver medallion into the right one. And with that taken care of, Bazam! That was one way to undo a mysterious force. However, on our way out, Black Spider Ninjas! Been a while since we've seen these guys. They're also a very minimal threat at this point. Of course, I'm very dumb, so I'm still letting them kill me. You know, just to keep things exciting. I will admit, these cramped quarters, there we go, that's what I was going for. Let's just hit these guys into the wall. Let me get that health there because I've been doing bad. There we go. Man, the sensitive context of Rita's moves often screws me up in this game. Man, I am doing a horrible showing here. You know, I do really wish I could do these things a bit more consistently, but hey, I'm sure I'm humiliating myself for somebody's entertainment. Oh man, these guys do not die nearly as quick as I expect them to. Oh well, something done without UTs for once, just for fun. We haven't had a chance to use the Lunar in a while, so I thought, why not fail miserably with it? With that all out of the way, let us swim through here. It's nice not to have to worry about our air anymore. Heading out into the final area of the moat at this point. Let me just think real quick. So, as you can see, there is a crack there. That is the way we need to go. The camera can not jerk around, and let me actually see what I'm trying to do. Just swimming over this way. I don't think there's a golden scarab here. Pretty sure we got all of them at this point. Yeah, I think we did. So, I'll be mindful, but we should be fine. Let me just check my item count here. We should be ending... Yes, we'll be ending this chapter with 39 altogether. Alright, let's get out of here. As you can see, the laser drone is just plicking me for damage, but we are just going to ignore it. And that is the bulk of the moat done with. We are more or less done with water combat at this point. And as you can see, we're back in the Hidden Underground. There is the Bone Dragon just chilling in his new pool. We're just going to ignore him. If you forgot to grab the Golden Scarab in this chamber, it will be there waiting for you. That is not something we have to worry about, though. And we've got another extended swimming section. But if we follow this crack all the way through, eventually, we'll end up back in the staircase that we were when we were leaving the underground catacomb, where we got the skull key. Thankfully, there are no ghost fish here. I can't imagine how horrible fighting ghost fish underwater would be. Now, before we swim back through that path there, we want to swim all the way to the top, as there is a hidden golden scarab right at the top of the room. Another very easy to miss one. Yep, some of these can be pretty deviously hidden. A lot of them are out in the open, but some of them like to trick you like this. So, fun fact, while we're just swimming aimlessly, the Fiend challenge against the zombies in the Holy Grail Chamber, that is still active, and in fact it is active for the whole game up until the end. I'd always assumed that, like the Archive challenge, it was just done and gone after Chapter 7 is over, but no, you can come back and do it now if you so desire. We will actually be going into the monastery for a brief bit of treasure. So, you can actually jump back into the underground. Oh dear, there we go! I swam right into that guy. That's okay, though. Oh dear, oof. I was demonstrating. But yeah, I'm not going to fight any of these guys. Only the blue ones can be killed with the spear gun, otherwise I have to ineffectually hit the metallic fish with the dragon sword. I don't feel like doing that. We're coming back into the monk's room here for a very particular reason. To get attacked by bast fiends. Haven't you missed these things? I certainly have not, but that's okay. Okay, just do that. Take that one out. Grab the blue essence there. Alright, just had to fight those three. Now, checking the book here. December 23rd. Left, left, right, left. You know, maybe people would stop breaking into your safe if you didn't leave the combination. Let me just check it again. Is there another note? Whatever. It does not matter. So it was left, right, left, left. And there will, of course, be another reward awaiting... Oh, wait, I did that wrong. It was left, left, right, left, wasn't it? Yeah, my reading comprehension is amazing. Sorry, guys. It is just something for you to laugh at my ineptitude with. Left, left, right, left. Silly me. There we go. Easy peasy. And we get our next Jewel of the Demon Seal. We could fully upgrade the Art of the Ice Storm at this point, but the Art of the Ice Storm is terrible, so I'm not going to do that. Those Jewels of the Demon Seal will become coming in very handy when we get our next Nimpo, which is another upgradable one, and it is a very handy one. Much better than Art of the Ice Storm. I'll find an opportunity to use Art of the Ice Storm eventually. We do get enough Jewels of the Demon Seal to upgrade all our Nimpo fully, so once that is done, I will probably use it a couple times. In Chapter 14, I can probably find some situations to use it. Now, the reason we're back in the Hidden Underground is because that elevator platform that previously did nothing when we were here is now active, so we absolutely want to update our checkpoint here. Going to equip some unusual items here. First, we're going to equip the nunchucks. No particular reason, just Wide Heavens is a very good move for this upcoming boss battle, and the Vigorian Flail does not really give any benefit to that move over just using it with the nunchucks. And of course, since we're using Wide Heavens, we want to use the Armlet of Potency. Going to give myself a quick top off with a couple of elixirs of spiritual life, and then we will just update our checkpoint so I don't have to re-equip myself if I die on this fight. Not the hardest fight in the game, but I do have a tendency to get careless, so let's get to it.
Ah, the failed protector of the Dark Dragon. Must I take your life yet again?
And finally, the face-off with Doku. I'd just like to say for the record, I have not practiced this chapter at all, so there is a very good chance that I'll die here. But the main thing to watch out for with the start of this fight is that we've got red ninjas, and the camera is not very agreeable for letting you see them. So the main thing we have to do is actually get into a situation where I can hit these guys. That one's taken care of. Let's just use that to take that guy out, and he's done for. That shockwave move that Doku does can just easily be avoided by jumping. Of course, I screw that up as soon as I say avoided by jumping. Now, what we want to do is get in on Doku, use Wide Heavens, let him grab us, and we can just do Wide Heavens repeatedly and hit him with the kicks on that. The main thing you want to watch out for, of course, is that grab. Just roll away whenever he goes in to attack you to avoid it. Thankfully, when we catch him mid-Wide Heavens, it just goes right through us. Very handy. We've got more red ninjas. Here comes Doku's more threatening attack, is when he does that combo there. Does pretty good damage to you. And we just want to spam Wide Heavens to try and take these guys out. Or do counterattacks. There we go. And we will just use an UT to finish this guy off, take him out of the picture. There we go. Okay, let him grab, do the wide heavens. Here we go. Yeah, as you can see, you can catch him between his moves with wide heavens, does some very good damage. Ooh, that was unfortunate. I saw that coming from a mile away, but of course I got hit by it. Ooh, almost let myself get hit by that one, too. More ninjas, let's just let ourselves get blown up. Thankfully, these guys are no longer the threat that they used to be. Man, Wide Heavens is weird about catching these guys. Mostly because it's the awkward angle of trying to actually hit them. Okay, that one's down. Like before, we'll just use the UT to set up an easy... What the heck? Bit of a delayed reaction on that one. Whoa! Yeah, whoa! Okay. Great Spirit Elixir, don't want to waste another Talisman of Rebirth. Okay, I see. Like, the tail end of it was hitting us. Here is his combo. Very easy to catch him after he uses it. Pretty easy to catch him after he uses that. Surprised I didn't get hit by that. There we go. We'll probably have another set of ninjas coming in after the next Wide Heaven connects. Yep. So, now that I actually properly anticipated them, let's just do that. This is what I've been trying to do. And just use the ground attack to finish him. Ultimate techniques don't really work on Doku, they just kind of bounce right off of him. Okay, that was not the smart thing to do. Now, if he grabs you, be very careful of that, because he uses a move called Dead Soulbind, which drains your HP, and you need to mash out to get away from it. There we go, this should finish him off.
Where is the Dark Dragon?
It is in the hands of the Holy Vigor Emperor, your true master. You see, young Ryu, you are not so different from us. Those of the dragon lineage like yourself draw their blood from the same ancient deities as the fiends. You, most of all, should know that your true place is at the Emperor's side. My hatred will not be so easily defeated. I will bring about the awakening. Pitiful woman. Your sister must be quite precious to you.
Fiendish awakening.
Doku leaning into his own Darth Vader-ness at the end there, but that is the end of Chapter 11, The Path to Zarkon. Rachel goes off to do something of no consequence, as we will see later. You probably noticed that Doku very conspicuously dropped his sword. We can, in fact, pick that up. And we are in Chapter 12, The Caverns. But before we can get to the caverns, we are, of course, dumped off in the stadium after fighting Doku. Let us grab the Kitetsu. Kitetsu is a bit of an interesting Dragon Sword-esque weapon. Right now it is only level 1, so we want to upgrade it post-haste. But the notable thing about Kitetsu is that we can, let's see, throw it like so, and, let's see, I think it's, no, wait, I'm doing the wrong move wrong. Right here, yes, we can use the move Dead Soulbind. When you hit with enemy with this move, it puts them into a grapple state that allows Ryu to absorb their HP and restore his own. In the original Ninja Gaiden Vanilla, Kitetsu was a little different. It was an unupgradable weapon, and it had a passive HP drain against you. So it was at its full potential from the start, but it hurt you to use it, and you had to use Dead Soulbind to offset the HP drain. This made it not very worth it. They removed the HP drain in this version of the game. By consequence, they actually removed another piece of equipment that made the Kitetsu better in the original Ninja Gaiden Vanilla. That would be the Armlet of Tranquility. That was an armlet that gave you a passive HP regen, and it also offset the damage that Kitetsu did to Ryu, allowing him to use it without penalty. sadly, that is gone from this game. Oh well. It does actually show up a couple times in mission mode. There is no save point within the Coliseum itself, so we have to go back to the save statue right here to update our save progress. We will do that, and that is also where we will end this video. Got a lot done, and we are set to take on Chapter 12. However, we've made enough progress that we can actually see some reasonable changes in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, so that is what we will be looking at next time. But as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. But until then, goodbye.